Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we've got another LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens video for you. This one happens to be for Level 3, Niima Outpost Story. We're going to ring off a trophy achievement called The Garbage Will Do, and that's for simply completing the level. And we're also going to get that True Jedi requirement, as you could kind of get the old spoiler alert by looking at those gold bricks on the right-hand side. We get two, one for completing the level and one for getting that True Jedi. We get a couple of character and vehicle tokens as well for completing this level, but when we start off, we find ourselves again in a hub area, and we have to follow the stud trail in order to get to the next checkpoint, so to speak, where we activate the next level. So I am going to try to resist these stud piles, but as you can see, I'm having a terrible time with that. So we follow it all the way to, oh, what's this? Ooh, some quicksand. Oh, they call it sinking sand. I'm going to call it quicksand, though, because that's what it's always been called. And look at that. We've got a new little item there unlocked. So we're going to go ahead and unleash the speeder. So we're going to go ahead and select that. Did you notice, too, that you can actually access the red bricks or extras from the character selection wheel as well? That's kind of a new feature. And rumor is you can buy them right from there. Oh, BB on board. Oh, that's so cute. Pretty cool though. I love all the added humor. Like Lego games wouldn't be the same if they didn't kind of soften it up by adding some of these cheesy things in here, which, you know, of course, excites and you know, makes me laugh too. But check this out. I'm gonna try to do some over the hills and through the woods. To the checkpoint we go. Look at that! Woohoo! I'm gonna be joining the X Games here pretty soon if I keep this up. Watch this one. Back double McTwi. Oh, nope. Actually, it's just a little bit of a cinematic scene here where we have to go through this shield here. He's telling us all sorts of stuff about riffraff and blah, blah, and got to prevent people from getting in. So now we have a nice little puzzle we have to solve here. So we can do that simply by smashing everything around us. And once you get the glowy bits on the right-hand side, I'll smash down. You're going to find some multi-build bricks. We're going to go ahead and use those on the left-hand side first to go ahead and build up an astromech terminal, which is one of those shape hacking terminals that we use BB-8 for. So simply press left or right to go ahead and match up the shapes. And beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. We're going to go ahead and get some studdage for completing that. And, well, what else? I guess we have to do the old butt slam. And we'll go ahead and build the right-hand build now, because what we've done is we've actually moved that glowing, shiny bit up there that I'm targeting now. We moved that over into the middle, and now we can trampoline up and actually use the old twirly pulls right here. And we got to twirl our way all the way over across and pull both of the outer twirly pulls down, as you can see. And now look at that. We've activated both of them, and wait for it, wait for it. What do we got to do? We got to do something else first. Oh, yeah, we got to use BB-8 to go ahead and charge it up, or pump it up. So connect and balance that meter out and watch the shield disappear. So now that we have access into the next area, we can go ahead and advance in and continue following the old blue stud trail there. Kind of looks like a treadmill or something right there, huh? That'd be funny to see BB-8 on a treadmill. Ooh, we might get an opportunity at some point. But follow all the way to the circle, and of course, press yes when it asks you if you would like to continue story. Now, again, we have some copyright issues with some of this stuff, so in the future, you might see some of these scrolling texts removed. Or possibly just with the audio removed as well. So I'm kind of trying to talk over some of this right now, so it might not catch any copyright. But that being said, we have a cutscene coming up, and I'll go ahead and depart and let you read the rest of this, and I'll see you on the other side of the major cutscene. Oh, yeah. Oh, and also, little fair warning, there is kind of a gradual audio change here as it gets quiet and then gets loud. So I've pretty much talked over all this anyway, so I guess I might as well just hang out, huh? Shh. Moment of silence.
you brought me today is worth... 1/4 portion.
Last week they were a half portion each.
What about the droid?
What about him?
I'll pay for him. 60 portions.
Actually, the droids are not for sale. Come on.
Follow the girl and get that droid.
Ow! Hey, what? The jacket. This droid says you stole it. Where'd you get it? It belongs to his master.
Belonged to Poe Dameron, right? He was captured by the First Order. I helped him escape, but our ship crashed. Poe didn't make it.
So you're with the Resistance?
Obviously. Yes, I am. With the Resistance, yeah. I am with the Resistance.
BB-8 says he's on a secret mission. He has to get back to your base.
Apparently he has a map that leads to Luke Skywalker, and everyone's after it.
Do you see that little, what was he doing wearing a big old sombrero back there? Anyhow, we start off and we find ourselves with Rey, BB-8, and Finn. And, yeah, we're getting pretty close to the old demo here. You guys remember, anybody watch the demo? We played the demo. Anybody play the demo? I guess a lot of you probably are playing this game on your own now, but for those of you who have not yet purchased or had the opportunity to play through this level, this is awesome. It's Jaku, it's in the middle of the day, and we're at the Niima Outpost. And to be honest with you, this coincides with the movie perfectly. Like, not that Lego ever doesn't do a good job of capturing the cinematic moments and high points of the movies, but, you know, this is great. This is kind of where, where Finn and Rey meet and where the battle really kind of begins. I mean, we get our hands on, you know, the stuff. I won't spoil it all for you if you haven't seen it, but we get our hands on something awesome, and then the chase begins, so... all right, check this out too. Notice there's this poor sap out in the dust there. He's kind of buried up to his head. Well, you can actually bounce on his hat there, but more importantly, smash and build the left-hand multi-build out of the bricks, and it'll give us a giant crossbow, which then we can use Rey's staff to insert it and then spin this push lever around, which cocks back the old crossbow and booyakashow, or I guess booyakashow in this point, huh? All right, so we're going to go ahead and slam it down and rebuild these bricks over to the right-hand side here in a second, but we do get rushed by some stormtroopers here, so watch out for those guys, and I'm not sure why I rebuilt the left hand. I was actually trying to build the right-hand side, and if I remember right, I was pressing right, so sometimes these multi-builds can be a little tedious, and I don't know why I intended on taking that innocent bystander out there, but anyhow, we go ahead and we build, is it the right one, or is it the right one? I think there's only two on this one, but all right, we're building the upper right area there where we can actually switch to BB-8 and hop inside and beep, boop, beep, boop. We get our little roll on here. This one's actually, it's kind of like the gyrosphere, if I'm being honest, from Jurassic World as well as Lego Dimensions. That's right, Dimensions. All right, so we can see there is a blue stud up there, which is, oh, look at this. As promised, you can get your boing on. I don't know if you keep bouncing, if you get more studs, or if that's it, but we're going to go ahead and make sure that we are controlling Finn here, and we're going to go to the First Order access terminal over here and make sure that all of the three pieces are showing the white stormtrooper, and that hack is successfully completed. And what's next? What's next? Oh, it's a giant ship robot thingy, but does not quite work like we were hoping, but it does drop down and give us access into a new lower area, and it looks like a little bit of a checkerboard pathway, if I'm being honest there. All right, and let's take note of this. What's going on here? These guys got time to play some volleyball, some beach volleyball. Me trying to combine words again. Beach volleyball just becomes volleyball. That's right, volleyball. Notice the switch of the Anyhow. All right, so we've got a whole slew of stormtroopers. We're going to do some butt slams and take them out. And, of course, I like to use the old circle attack button. So when you kind of catch them off guard, it gives you the option to do some sort of... Each character has their, like, special attack. And I certainly like those because they're permanent. Like, once you do those, it's pretty much over for the bad guy. All right. So we've got a multi-build here. We've got a left and a right side, and we're going to go ahead and build up the right-hand side, which, what is this? Oh, it's a box, and it gives us, what does it give us? I'm not exactly sure. It looked like some sort of, you know, the things that Chewie has, the little grenades? That's what it looked like to me, but clearly there's some stuff going on back there, and we'll have to come back to that at a later point. So we're going to cruise on up ahead, or keep on keeping on, as I like to say. And we find all sorts of stuff. But wait, there's an astromech hatch. Or I guess it's probably just a mini hatch. We'll just call it that. We'll go ahead and use that. And check this out. We get upstairs here, and there's a lot of stormtroopers. So we're going to have to shock them with our awesome fighting skills. Look at that. And, all right, so we got a couple of them down. And we can see there is an electric shock panel back there, which works out good because... we are shockingly handsome and can walk up and charge that up. We're going to get as much studdage as possible here. And, oh, okay, so get your balance on. Keep it in the yellow for as long as you can. And eventually the power will surge and go through the line here. And look at this. It powers up this giant, like, I don't know, it looks like some sort of a drill, like a sand drill. But nonetheless, it actually gives us access to a couple of twirly poles. But we know that BB-8 doesn't even have arms, let alone the ability to twirl. So we're going to go ahead and switch back, because it's also indicating we need to switch characters. And now we can actually get over to the left-hand side of that giant drill once we take out all these stormtroopers. Oh, and look at that. My combat meter filled up, and I gave it to him. That's right. Combat. So here we can go ahead and target this open hole up here with Rey's staff. And now we can go ahead and spin to win all the way up. Look at that. Woohoo! And now we're up top, and we can build up these bricks that we smashed down with BB-8 a minute ago. And that actually gives a ladder to those still in need down below. So that's pretty sweet. And all right, we got a grapple hook up here. That's going to be good. Oh, look at that conveyor belt. Remember I said something about treadmill earlier. Truth be told, we do not use the treadmill right now. It does activate, and there are studs and other things that you can get, including a mini kit if you ride it long enough. But again, you know how we like to roll. We like to keep all the collectibles in one video, and we selected the free play for those videos. And look, you know, I was pointing out the beach volleyball earlier. Look at that guy on the pogo stick in the back, straight behind us now. Boing, 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 boing. That'd be awesome if one of the Stormtrooper variations is a pogo stick. How awesome would that be? Would you use the pogo Stormtrooper? I don't know. I'm having too much fun with that thought. More fun than I'm probably should be. All right, we have built up with the bricks that we targeted from that conveyor belt target. We have built up a multi-build there, which actually allowed us to launch the BB-8 up and over. And now we can actually get up, and here's another one of these astromech panels where we gotta match the shapes by pressing left or right. Once we get the correct shapes all figured out, it will send some power surging through those lines, and it'll actually raise the roof. That's right. And look at that, it's a crane. You didn't know it was a crane, did you? But most importantly, it gives us access to get through with our other characters. And again, these stormtroopers, they are coming out of nowhere. If you haven't gotten that trophy achievement for the 50 stormtroopers, I'm sure you have gotten it by now, or you will with this guy right here, or maybe this guy. Either way, we're going to do some slams, pick up some studs, and look at that, we've got some bricks to build. And this is just a single build. Like, those are almost boring at this point. Oh, but no, it's not boring. We get a giant pew, pew, pew. Oh, look at that. There was a little birdie in the back. Now, that's another mini kit we'll come back to in our free play series, but we wanted to do some damage with this pew, pew, pew. And look, it's like an AT-ST with no legs. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. There's probably a name for this little guy, too. I'll have to investigate. I'll have to hit up my Star Wars knowledge base, a.k.a. Barry. Hopefully Barry's watching these. Sometimes he doesn't watch these until after he completes the game, so at some point he'll watch them. I haven't gotten any nasty private messages or anything for him yet, especially since I've been talking about him quite a lot. All right, moving along, we find some bricks to smash and build into another BB-8 gyro terminal here. We're going to go ahead and press down. This one was a little confusing. It simply just wants you to press and hold down with the left analog stick, or at least the left analog for us. And once you pull that gate down, you get attacked again by a couple more stormtroopers. And it's almost just getting annoying at this point. At least they're not continuous. Like, they're all based on an action you've done. So if they were just coming nonstop, that'd be super annoying. So thank you, TT Games, for not making that ultra annoying and just keeping it, like, you know, minorly annoying. All right, but you can see here we have 2 brick walls, and we've got one of these, Lugabeasts? Isn't that what they're called? And we're going to go ahead and get our smash on the left-hand side. We actually take out the wall on the right as well, but we do not pursue that right-hand side. There is actually a mini kit and some more studs, and probably some more fun things down there to check out. But we're going to save that for our free play. We're actually just going to make our way to the very back of this left side here. And yes, we are going to tromp right on through this beach party right here and make our way all the way to destroy this big wall in the back. Once we get this back door open, we're actually going to exit the camp here, and it's going to take us into a short little cutscene, and then we'll find ourselves right in the midst of the demo for those of you who played the demo. So that's going to be kind of cool, kind of a replay. Ooh, caw-caw, caw-caw.
What?
What are you doing? How to run without holding my hand?
Okay, so for any of you who played the demo or watched our video for the demo, this should look a little bit familiar to you. We find ourselves starting off by fighting some of the stormtroopers, and there happens to be a little trooper ship that comes in on the left-hand side, and it kind of has an endless supply of stormtroopers, so we have to find a way to get rid of that. And as you can see, there's some multi-build bricks over on the middle right-hand side, and we'll get back to those in just a second here. First, we gotta run around and look like we have no idea what we're doing. Actually, I had a multiplier go on there, as you saw, and I was like, ooh, a bluesy. So I got 3,000 for that stud instead of just 1,000. Now, really, what we're focusing on is those multi-build bricks. That's the important part right now. There are some other glowing bricks right there that you can see. Those are regarding a mini kit, I believe. I'd have to look that up again, but I believe there are some locals that you can help with those barrels. And anyway, we're gonna go ahead and continue to take out all these bad guys. As I mentioned, that ship there just kind of continuously sends bad guys out, so we're gonna use these multi-build bricks to go ahead and build up the left build first, which actually gives us a giant cannon we can hop on and get our pew 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 on, and that allows us to take out the old gold bricks. And actually, well, there's a couple of gold items you need to take out there before smashing the old multi-build and moving on. Now, speaking of multi-build, there's another one up here, and we're going to go ahead and use the right-hand side first, which actually allows us to unlock a rock wall that Rey can climb and get up. But before she can really do anything up there, she needs the help of somebody else, as you can see there. So we need to switch the multi-build down below to the left-hand side, which will give us some sort of a mechanism to move that crane. Remember that hook that we used earlier, that grapple hook that we got that blue stud on? Well, we need to reposition that hook and put it over closer to a point where we can actually use it to get up on that upper ledge. So again, smash the multi-build, build the left-hand side, and this time you can walk right up to it. And you actually need Rey, so like I said, you're a little cart before the horse situation there, getting her up there. But we know what we need to do, so we pull her down, we put her staff inside the old, I don't know what that is, I don't know what you want to call it. It's, what do they call those things? I suppose a staff spinner would work, huh? All right, so put the staff in the staff spinner. We'll go ahead and pull it all the way back around. There's a little bit of a moment there at the end where she kind of struggles to get it to the final point. So as you notice, it took me 2 times to get it all the way because of that. So go ahead and use her to climb that rock wall again, and then switch on over to Finn and use the grapple to pull yourself up. And now check this out. You can do it, put your back into it. See, she even said that. Go back and look. She actually said, put your back into it. Little reference point there to some pop culture. Now, here's one of those guys. Maybe that's one of the people that needs the barrel to hide in. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to address that in our free play videos. But we can drop down now. We can see that there's a target poking through that rock wall, which we can now destroy. There's also a bluesy up top. Now that we destroyed that, you can fall through the hatch up above where we push that double box or whatever you want to call it, the crate. But we're going to go ahead and skip that and just keep on keeping on and move all the way down into this new room here where we actually had to target and shoot that handle off of the upper right wall there. But we've shot it down, picked it up, and attached it, and then we've spun it all the way around, got a little dizzy doing so, and opened up the doors. Oh, check this out. We get ourselves another blaster battle here. Now, this one, I do not do as well in this one as I did in the demo. I'm pretty sure I got a gold in the demo, where I believe I only get a silver here. But you can see up top, we have one of the, well, we got stormtroopers on the left, and we need a whole bunch of those. And then it also shows a heavy, but it shows 0. We can't quite get to him because he's got a force field around him. Now, notice the guy in the back catching a tan. We'll go ahead and show him what we think about his laziness. Oh, pew, pew, pew. No sun for you, you, you. And, all right, so we've got a whole new ship that comes in, and unfortunately for us, there are 12 more stormtroopers we need to deal with here. And look, there may be one of those the locals right there walking around on one of those barrels. And look, I just died. So I went from a gold to a silver now. So really all that means is I'm not going to get as many studs at the end. I don't believe there are any trophy achievements related to those gold or, you know, rating systems. So anyhow, we're making good ground here. We have taken out a handful of the stormtroopers, which then queued a TIE fighter to fly in over the top of us. And here in a second, we're going to have to move over to the far right-hand side and access a hatch, which it's kind of a weird deal. Like, you need to switch to BB-8, but you don't have access to BB-8 until you get all the way over to the far right-hand side, and then it all of a sudden becomes available to switch. So, all right, you might have noticed we have charged up our combat meter, and now I am shooting at a much more rapid rate. And I've taken out all of the stormtroopers needed, and there's our queue right there. The TIE flies over and actually gives us an indication that there's an access hatch over there. So we're going to make our way over to the right-hand side. You do have to press the X button, or I guess the A button, depending on your platform, to move from one piece of cover to another. And now, okay, check it out. We've got a whole bunch of bad guys shooting at us. They're endless supply of stormtroopers. But we do need to take out 3 TIE fighters. We need to take out that giant red barn-like building on the right. And we also need to take out that ship. So get all the way over to the right-hand side, right next to that hatch, and it should give you the triangle or Y indication to switch on over to BB-8. Make your way through the little hatch there, and you'll find yourself an astromech terminal, or a shape hacking terminal here. We'll go ahead and match those shapes up. Match the shapes. La, la, la. Not quite the same, but it's still funny. Maybe. To me it was. Hopefully to you too. All right, check this out. We have now gained control of this giant turret, and we're going to get our blast on. We actually have to start off on the far right-hand side of the trooper ship here. You can heat up the old gold bricks and blast away. Look at that dude and his little underoos there. Speaking of underoos, when I was a kid, I used to have multiple pairs of Star Wars underoos. I don't know if any of you guys are even old enough to know what underoos are. I don't believe they make them anymore. In fact, I'm going to do a Google search as soon as I'm done with this, and I'll have to buy myself some and my son some if they still exist. It might be a little tight on me, though, if they don't make adult sizes. Anyhow, all right, we have taken out a couple of TIE fighters flying over. We took out the building and the ship. Now, moving on to the next area. So this is where we're running for our escape ship, and all of a sudden, you know, the Millennium Falcon's sitting there, but it's no good until our escape ship gets blasted. And then, of course, it's perfect. But, okay, so now, if you remember from the demo, or maybe you haven't played the demo, we're actually going to make our way all the way over to the right-hand side, and we'll find a target here that we can select Finn and shoot it down. Shooter Finn Mako. My son's into sharks, my bad. Sorry, I got wordplay distracted there. But what we have done here is unlocked SN1F4, and he is a drone that we can use to go ahead and do some sweeping. So he's like kind of like a maid. But, all right, so we're going to go ahead and uncover some rebuildable bricks here, some multi-build bricks, and we're going to go ahead and start with the left-hand side first, which will require the use of BB-8. So we'll go ahead and mount up on this little gyro. Oh, and which one? Oh, we got to press up and hold up. See, some of these are confusing, like the way the motion, I mean, it's right there in front of me. I'll figure it out one of these days. But, all right, so once we get that into place, we're going to go ahead and do a butt slam and rebuild the multi-build bricks, which once we build the right-hand side, it actually automatically pulls itself closer and then tows that thing out of the way, giving us access to the back area there, which has a blue stud, but it also gives us access to this giant turret, too. So make sure you grab that bluesy before hopping in the giant turret. And now we have to take out 6 TIE fighters. Now, we did find that there is kind of a sweet spot almost right over the middle, maybe middle left side of the Falcon there. But as you can see, I'm just plowing them. Boom, boom, boom. But then I get a little distracted and I go fishing. I go hunting, trying to find them, and my aim's not so good. I was trying to predict that he's going to go up, and then he took a right. He fooled me with that lazily lean to the left there. All right, so after a quick TIE Fighter down moment, where he crashes, bangs, and booms, and actually destroys the wall, preventing us getting to the Falcon, we can now gain access to that area, and look at that, we've got control of our character even now, too, so we can run all the way over there and just simply press the icon indicated, which will take us to a short cutscene, and then, of course, we have one last little section where we get to fly the Falcon.
Dino position is down there.
You ever fly this thing?
No! This ship hasn't flown in years!
I can do this. I can do this.
I can do this. I can do this.
Stay low. Computers are tracking.
I'm going home!
All right. This is one of my favorite moments of the game so far. I certainly have a strong attachment to the Falcon, always have, and getting to fly it in Lego form is quite a treat. Now, there is a lot going on here. There are quite a few mini kits that are, I was surprised I was able to surpass all of them. There is one for destroying some of these cross beams that go across here, like right here in front of us, right there. I got 1 of 4. Well, that was a good time in there. I also got the True Jedi. That was nice. Now, there's also these little red kind of looking things along the bottom there. I think that was one of them right there. I believe there are 4 total that you need to get. I think there's like 12 of them that you can get. So certainly lots of options to take out some of those cross beams there too. It looks like there's probably multiples as well. So like I said, I was trying not to shoot, trying not to get those, because we want to save all those and get those mini kits in one swoop, in one video, so you don't have to watch like 8 videos to get, figure out where all the mini kits are. Now in this particular area here, there is another one up high floating somewhere, at least according to my notes there was. And speaking of notes, hey, shout out to Dougie Fresh 613, our guide writer. He is actively playing this game as quickly as he can. He stays up super late, gets up really early, goes totally out of his normal routine to get this guide done as fast as possible for me and any of you guys out there who prefer the guide. I know a lot of you guys prefer the videos because you get to see where it is, but some of you get ahead of the videos or simply like to print off the guides and then check them off as you get the mini kits and collectibles along the way. So Doug does an excellent job, and I always got to take a minute or two to go ahead and say thanks. So thank you, Dougie. And all right, well, I've made it through the middle area there, and now I'm flying through this last little stretch. I believe there is a mini kit in one of the upper rings here. I could be wrong though. Again, my notes are not complete yet, and that's Doug's fault. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Doug's fault at all. But hey, final cutscene. See you on the other side.
BB-8 said the location of the resistance bases need to know. If I'm taking you there, I need to know.
You gotta tell us where your base is. All right, between us, I'm not with the resistance, okay? I'm just trying to get away from First Order. But you tell us where the base is, I'll get you there first. Deal?
So where's your base? The Ilenium system.
Yeah, the Ilenium system, that's the one. Get us there as fast as you can.
Forgive me. I feel it again. The pull to the light. Supreme Leader senses it. Show me again the power of the darkness. And I will let nothing stand in our way. Show me, Grandfather.
Sir, we were unable to acquire the droid on Jaku. It escaped capture aboard a stolen Carillion YT model freighter.
The droid stole a freighter.
Not exactly, sir. It had help.
FM 2187.
The two were accompanied by a girl.
What girl?
The garbage will do. The garbage will do. Trophy achievement is now ours. The level is complete. Niima Outpost, that is. And free play unlocked. So that gave us 1 gold brick for completing it. Oh, look at that. The True Jedi gave us another gold brick. So those gold bricks will certainly come in handy looking for those new Star Wars adventures, which actually require certain levels of gold bricks. I believe they go in 10s, but we'll have to get to those later when we get into our free roam. But yeah, anyway, I guess that might be free play. I still don't know a whole lot about them. They may just be secondary levels, or I don't know. Anyhow, we got a handful of character and vehicle tokens, as well as some unlocked. We're going to go ahead and make our way to the end now. And you know what this screen means? It can only mean one thing. That's going to wrap it up for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens Level 3 Niima Outpost Story. And oh, to the yeah, we're making good ground on this series so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and hopefully you're finding some of this stuff helpful. I know the story is kind of more of a showcase cinematic experience than it is a helpful where is things, but we'll get to that free play and free roam stuff where all those collectibles are soon enough. Hey, if you guys have any questions, of course, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, comment, vote, subscribe down below. If you guys any other feedback or any other things, maybe you found something super awesome in the game that we have not found yet, drop us a line, let us know. Or maybe you're over this game. You've already beat it and you want something else. All your feedback is crucial to our future here, so let us know what's cracking. Make sure you check out HappyThumbsGaming.com too. Lots of fun stuff going on there, including gaming and product reviews, as well as our trophy achievement guide. So, oh to the yeah. As always, for me, that's going to do it. Until next time. That's all, folks. See ya.